Super Typhoon Yagi, the strongest tropical cyclone in Asia of 2024 so far, has caused significant damage across the island of Hainan in China and in northern Vietnam after making 2 landfalls yesterday. Loss of life has been experienced in both countries, and the footage on social media of property and infrastructure damage is stark, suggesting meaningful economic losses for the affected regions and high insurance market losses, relatively given the lower penetration. As the 2024 Monte Carlo Rendezvous kicks off today, it is worth asking why Typhoon Yagi isn't in focus for more of the industry, but with still low insurance penetration rates, as well as more risk retained locally than transferred to reinsurance markets. Many countries in Asia do not create the kind of headline-grabbing industry loss events that drive discussions among global market players. But Super Typhoon Yagi has caused significant human and economic impacts. One only has to look at the footage to see that. Typhoon Yagi first affected the northern Philippines as it doubled in strength offshore and drove swaths of rain, high seas, and strong winds to the area. Next, Typhoon Yagi headed for the popular tourist island of Hainan, which lies to the south of mainland China, becoming the most powerful typhoon to strike this part of Japan since 2014's Typhoon Ramasan. Intensification took Yagi's winds to above 152 miles per hour, enabling it to be classified as a super typhoon. Sustained winds when Typhoon Yagi made landfall in Hainan were close to 140 miles per hour, reports stated. Local reports are calling damage catastrophic, and the footage online of apartment blocks missing their cladding, windows ripped out, and roofscaping suggest a meaningful toll for the region's economic resources to deal with. Damage to industrial facilities has also been reported, while Hong Kong also experienced some impacts from bad weather related to the typhoon's near passage. With insurance penetration rising in China, it is also anticipated that the insurance market loss for the affected region will be significant relative to past events as well. But as stated, the international insurance market loss likely won't be significant, and relatively little of the costs might find their way to any reinsurance capital as well. After Hainan, Typhoon Yagi headed for northern Vietnam, strengthening again as it crossed the Gulf of Tonkin. Vietnam, especially the region close to the city of Hanoi, was badly impacted as well, with sustained winds still well into Category 3 storm strength when Typhoon Yagi made landfall. Again, the video footage circulating on social media is stark and suggests significant impacts, widespread property damage, and again, a meaningful economic hit to the country and to the people affected. นี่เป็นระดับน้ำที่ท่วมแม่สายในเวลานี้นะครับประมาณเที่ยงครับคุณผู้ชมท่วมเยอะมากครับ In Thailand, floods in northern Thailand kills at least 200 stranded. At least 2 people were killed and hundreds stranded in Thailand after heavy rains swept through 2 northern provinces, swelling rivers, inundating settlements, and triggering mudslides, authorities said on Wednesday. The adverse weather, which comes in the wake of Typhoon Yagi, the most powerful storm in Asia this year, has impacted about 9,000 households in Thailand, Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra said. Water currents are still strong, she told reporters. All agencies are prepared, and when the current eases, they will go in immediately. The impacts of the storm have killed at least 143 people in Vietnam, where it made landfall on Saturday before moving westwards, with floods forcing the evacuation of thousands of residents living near the swelling Red River in the capital, Hanoi. Thailand's Chiang Mai province experienced flash floods and mudslides, with 2 deaths recorded, according to its governor. In the Mae Sai district of neighboring Chiang Rai province, which borders Myanmar, rubber boats were unable to reach some flooded areas where hundreds were stuck and awaiting help, said District Chief Narampol Kitten. Helicopters will be used to evacuate stranded residents and deliver food and water, he told. A resident in the main town in Mae Sai, which has a population of over 28,000, said their group of 3 people was trapped on the 7th floor of a building after rising water submerged the lower level.